They didn't just fight for freedom. They fought an empire with no business winning, and somehow they lit the fuse that built a nation. Like this video if you've ever stood up to something bigger than you, and then follow because this isn't just history, it's war, it's revolution, it's personal. In 1775, the 13 American colonies were nothing more than rebellious teenagers, squabbling under the shadow of the world's most powerful parent, Great Britain. The Crown had the navy, the money, the muscle. But something was boiling in the streets of Boston, not just tea, defiance. They were taxed without a voice, controlled without consent, treated not like citizens, but property. Therefore, muskets answered speeches, pitchforks faced redcoats, ideas turned into gunfire. But this wasn't just about independence. This was treason. Every signer of the Declaration risked hanging from the gallows. They knew it. Still, they signed. Therefore, a ragtag force of blacksmiths, farmers, printers, and orphans formed the Continental Army. Not because they thought they could win, but because losing and living under chains was worse. Britain scoffed. How could barefooted colonials beat generals trained in empire? But war isn't won by uniforms, it's won by will. It's won in the cold at Valley Forge, where frost-bitten soldiers marched on, because the dream burned hotter than the winter. Therefore, George Washington became more than a general. He became the anchor of the impossible. He didn't just lead troops, he held together a revolution with blood and grit. But the world watched. And when America took Yorktown, they didn't just win a battle. They made a statement. You cannot own a people forever. They didn't fight to become America. They became America by fighting. This wasn't just a war of colonies versus a king. It was the world's greatest underdog story. A rebellion that dared to write its own rules, against an empire that thought it had written all of them. What would you have done if you were alive in 1776? Stand with the rebels, or stay loyal to the crown? Drop your answer below. I want to hear your side of history.